wow, that never happened before. I just recorded an 8+ minute video, and all of a sudden, Movie Maker shut down before anything was saved. It was just unexpected and wiped the whole thing that I had just done out when I was trying to actually add the title to the movie and save it so that I could upload it to Facebook and to YouTube. And none of that happened. And I don't recall that ever happening before, where the program Movie Maker just shut down in the middle of making a project. So anyway, as I was saying in that project, I was a little bit nervous, and it was taking me some time to actually begin the video. But the title that I selected was my Online Conundrum, and the blurb that I wrote goes like this. First of all, let me apologize for making yet another personal rather than broad video. I know many of you want to hear my comments on things that affect a wide spectrum of people. However, I want people to know how I feel. Nevertheless, I face a difficult situation. If I were to stop taking the prescription medications as I'd like, I would no longer be supported by the agencies that are working to get me on Medicaid so that I can at least part of my bills would be covered. So, like it or not, I have to keep playing their game until such time as existing bills can be covered retroactively, along with any new ones that occur. I am going to see an MD who is also a naturopath as soon as I can get the insurance settled. By the way, the comment I shared on Facebook yesterday about this now has 134 likes and 59 comments, which is more than any of my videos are getting. Indeed, that comment really drew a lot of attention that I made on yesterday's Facebook, and I've also made some changes to Facebook, which doesn't allow other people to post. They can comment, but they can't post on my wall anymore on Facebook. I did this because I want people, when they come to my page, to see what I have to say, not 3 or 4 or 5 other people what they think is important to share. People can still share on my Facebook wall, but they have to do it as a comment on something that I have done, not as a standalone item, which some people aren't going to like that, but that's too bad. It's my wall, and I want it to be so that when people go to my wall, they can see what's happening with me, and not all of these other things, which, by the way, I don't even have time to watch all the videos and all the things that people send to me. I mean, I simply don't have time. I'm making a concerted effort to try to back off from being continuously glued to the computer. It's going to be easier once I move the computer into my office space, which has been cleared out, and I have a friend coming later this week to help set up the other computer, and this computer will be set up in that room. I will no longer be burning candles. In fact, I've already ordered flickering bulbs that are battery. I think they're all battery operated, that appear to be candles but are not. As some of you may realize, I was breathing all of that soot and the wall, and especially the shelf up on the top of the wall and the ceiling are black with soot, which was going in my lungs, which probably wasn't the healthiest thing for me to be doing as I was making videos for the past 4+ years. If this is the 5th year that I've been making daily videos. So anyway, my Online Conundrum is about the practicalities of wanting to get off of the prescription medications, of being bound to them at least for a period of time, so that the system will at least not further burden me financially. It has been a tremendous burden on myself and on my son, even more than myself, as he and some of the things that I cover and some of the things that he covers, or most of the things actually he covers, because as he puts it, I took care of him for the first 18 years. He can take care of me for a few months, and I'm glad he's in a position where he has enough savings to be able to do that. In any case, this video is sharing with you the conundrum and the challenge that I face in trying to walk the tightrope between what I feel is best for me and what I feel is necessary under the current circumstances. And my family keeps pointing out, and some of my friends keep pointing out, that I need to stay on the medications. I'm not as young as I was when 12 years ago when I had my first open heart surgery, and my fiance, who was a registered nurse, actually stood by me and favored going off of the prescription medications onto holistic vitamins and other CoQ10 and other things like that. And she had me on a strict regimen of walking and exercise, which quite frankly I haven't had the energy to do the last few weeks at least. When I first came home from the hospital, I had much more energy and was able to rake leaves and walk better. But there was a diminishment of that, possibly because I was resisting even the idea of taking the medications. And I just was very, very low energy. So I'm updating my closest friends, the people that care about me. I'm updating you so that you'll know where I'm coming from. You'll know what's going on in my world, and you'll be able to pray and provide the support according to whatever you feel is appropriate. So I bring this to you, sharing my conundrum openly so that you will understand some of the dilemma that I face in trying to balance my strong belief that prescription medications are basically purposefully poisoned or contaminated so that they'll produce the need to take more prescriptions. And my father, who had 4 open heart surgeries and 2 operations to remove scar tissue from his lungs in the last 7 years of his life, he died on the night of the 4th open heart surgery. But he was probably taking a dozen or more prescription drugs, because what they do with prescription drugs is they put things in them that create side effects that need to be covered by other drugs. So you're on a drug roulette around the clock, and if you keep playing that game, they will have you on more and more prescription drugs. They, especially the new ones, the price is so out of control that it becomes very, very expensive to stay on that system. The older drugs, of course, once the patent runs out, the price comes down on those because they don't have the best interest. But the entire pharmaceutical and medical industry, as it has worked in our world, I know it's true in the United States, I suspect it's true in other countries as well, is geared simply for profit, like everything else, and it has become so distorted. I trust that some of the things done with the ambassador and other groups that are actually working toward making things better in the United States and around the world, I pray that some of these things will start taking root and start producing fruit that will bring the positive changes that we need in our world to make it a better place. But in the meantime, I have to resolve my online conundrum by walking a tightrope and by making compromises so that certain things can be taken care of. And again, I've been a little bit longer actually on this video than I did on the other one. Hopefully this one will come out okay, and I do thank you once again for listening. Bye bye.